It began not with a sight, but with a breath. The air didn't smell like the dry dust of cities, it tasted like cool rain and ancient, crushed amethysts. My eyes opened to an indigo twilight that didn't know the concept of night. I was suspended, weightless, in what could only be described as a celestial ocean, where the water was so clear it was imperceptible, and the sky was a canopy of soft, drifting nebulae. Above me, not leaves, but colossal structures of biomorphic, crystalline coral branched upwards, their tips glowing with a faint, pulsing sapphire and turquoise light. They were not rooted in rock, but floated in a sea of cosmic dust, held together by a subsonic vibration that resonated in my very bones, an auditory massage that instantly began to unravel the tension knots left by a busy day. My first analysis was simple: this was a sanctuary of light. The boundary of reality dissolved here, replaced by an enveloping warmth and a sense of absolute, protected stillness, encouraging me to release my first worry into the quiet indigo void. Suspended animation guided me next. I didn't walk, I simply desired a direction, and a current of warm, scentless air propelled me. The forest closed in, and now I was gliding past clusters of biomorphic, porous coral formations that looked like ancient, petrified brains. They weren't solid, but filled with thousands of tiny, glowing spores, shifting from a restful amber to a deep cerulean blue. This was the memory archive of the forest, each spore containing a century of atmospheric data, pulsating with a low-frequency hum that created a velvet blanket of sound. A soft, rhythmic clicking, like a million tiny wind chimes, filtered through the light. The light here was diffuse, hazy, and trance-like. I watched the pattern pulse, mirroring the slow, unhurried rhythm of my own heartbeat. I felt a profound sense of safety, knowing these echoes of time were preserved, protected, and available for my nightly escape. The scent shifted slightly to clean ozone and cold water lily, grounding me in this contained world of absolute, visual and auditory serenity. The current then drifted me downward, into a deeper section where the coral formations merged with ancient limestone caves. This was the Grotto of Calcified Echoes, where thousands of translucent, hollow stalactites and stalagmites had captured the quietest sounds of the cosmos, the sigh of a sleeping whale, the formation of a snowflake. I sat on a bench of cool, quartz coral. The air was perfectly still, wrapped in a silence so profound it felt like a soft pressure. The only light was a soft, pulsing indigo, coming from submerged, bioluminescent algae miles below. As I meditated, I heard faint, rhythmic echoes of water dripping, a sonic sanctuary of clarity, where the only thing that existed was my awareness of deep time. The grotto was a sensory deprivation tank of natural wonder, where my body felt secure, hidden miles beneath any storm, allowing my consciousness to become as quiet and clear as the ice-like quartz surrounding me. The journey continued, rising toward a hidden garden within the coral canopy. Here, hundreds of mechanical songbirds, crafted from filigreed copper, sapphire, and enamel, rested on integrated branches. They were not random in their songs, they were carefully programmed to perform a calming, harmonic cadence that mimicked a natural forest chorus, but without any sharp or erratic notes. The acoustic environment was perfect, dampening extraneous noise and turning the songs into a soft, velvety blanket of sound. I pick up a small, amber hummingbird and wind its key. Immediately, it begins to sing a gentle, looping melody while its wings vibrate with a rhythmic buzz that acts as white noise. The scent here is a refreshing mix of ozone, pine, and beeswax. The predictable, looping patterns of the songs create a trance-like effect, pulling my attention away from any racing thoughts and focusing it on the present moment of absolute, engineered tranquility. Leaving the garden, the current led me into a massive, domed observatory overlooking the edge of the floating forest. This room was built of sound-dampening foam arranged in geometric patterns. Along the walls, thousands of small, circular charging stations held tiny, insect-sized drones designed to monitor the biome's atmospheric stability. The drones were not active, they were resting, their small, internal LED lights pulsing with a low-frequency blue light that mimicked a resting heart rate. The sound here was a unique, comforting hum, the collective charging state of a million tiny batteries. The temperature was perfectly tuned to a cool crispness. I lie on a mat woven from soft, synthetic silk. The pulsing blue lights create a swirling, hypnotic effect above me, while the hum washes over me like a warm tide. The chamber of sleeping drones is safe, hidden, and free to let go. Sleep now. The night reached its zenith, and the entire coral ecosystem went silent. I am safe in my chamber, looking out as the final signal is sent, and all the mechanical birds, from the hummingbirds to the immense condors, begin to rise simultaneously from their perches. They create a breathtaking river of fireflies flowing upward toward the summit of the central coral tree. The sounds of the biome, the whispering gears, the scratching ink, the gentle water, all merge into a single, beautiful absence of sound. The sky is no longer indigo, it is a tapestry of golden and orange lights, a constellation of a million shared dreams. I look up, safe in my pavilion, and watch them float higher, their light reflecting in my eyes. I close my eyes, feeling the warmth of the millions of tiny stars protecting my rest. The forest has done its work. I am safe, hidden, and free to let go. The clocks have stopped ticking for me. Sleep now.